Hi, my name is Chico Sierra. I'm a visual artist from Kansas City. I sometimes do poetry and sometimes play music. I'm going to answer some questions from Mrs. Swanson's class. First question is, what inspires your art? I would say my primary source is probably my I draw from like my ethnic heritage, I'd say I'm Chicano and indigenous, and so a lot of like Mexican symbolism and Chicano symbolism and indigenous symbolism. I sort of mix them all together and then incorporate like things I'm seeing on the news and like books I'm reading and science fiction and stuff like that. I just sort of smash it all together and try and make something. Um, Next question is, how did you first start making art? Like what age? Say I've been doing it since as far back as I can remember. Um, I've been making stuff. So yeah, since I was a little baby. Um, Next question is, how long do you plan to work on your art? What's your creative process? I work pretty quick, but I'll spend four or 5 hours a night on certain pieces. My creative process varies on like what I'm doing. I just I don't spend a lot of time sketching or anything like that. I'll just start working on it as soon as I can. Which did you do first, art, music, or poetry? How do you balance passions, jobs? Um, I don't know if I like have like a specific like plan on how to balance stuff. I just have to do it. Like if I want to like keep working as an artist, like I sort of have to do those things. But I also love spending time with my family, and like those two things, like sort of, you know, they they sort of create space for each other. So like I have to do both, and it's not really that much of a chore because both are awesome. Um, and so and then the other question was, what did I do first, art, music, or poetry? I think I did art because that's all I really had my hands on was like drawing, pens, pencils, markers, stuff like that. And then I was always interested in music and like I would like you know want to play instruments and stuff like that, but my family just really couldn't afford it. So I was like in high school, I got a guitar and that became my thing. Um, let's see, what's the next question? Do the colors have specific symbolism? How do you choose what colors you use? Um, I don't think the colors have like really that much um, symbolism. I mean, other than traditionally the colors used are like I used to use them like Chicano art and Mexican art, but I also love like the way comic books look and the way like comics in general, like Sunday comics, Calvin and Hobbes. I was a big fan of Calvin and Hobbes, so I like those colors, bright, vibrant colors. Um, let's see. So, next question. Who's your favorite artist? I would say Diego Rivera. Like it's hard because I love so many different artists. Like they range from like all backgrounds, ethnicities, whatever. Like I love like I love artists that are honest and put out like real heavy work. Like Jean Michel Basquiat is one of the most important artists of human history. Like, I mean, people want to like, contemporary artists and all this stuff, but like, he did something completely different, changed the world and how people see things. So like, but like, it's there's so many different artists. I mean, some of my like close friends are some of my favorite artists. My stepson's like one of my like, I love his work. He does such crazy stuff. So I mean, I just love artists. So yeah. Next question: do you teach others to draw? I do. I do often. And like I mean, I've been an art educator for a while. It's fun. I love doing it. I also love teaching people to be creative. Like whether they're good at drawing or not, like they could be awful at it, but creativity is something completely different from like the ability to draw or paint. Next question is, Does your family support what you do? Yeah, absolutely. My family's always been super supportive. I mean, I was a goofy kid and I got in a lot of trouble, but I wasn't like, they never like didn't support my artwork as like a means for me to like make a living. Um, was there a point in your life when you wanted to stop painting? Never, ever, ever. I've said it and like different conversations to seem dramatic, but like no, I've never wanted to stop painting. Next question is, how do you grow your confidence as an artist? I don't think you do. I think it's always good to be a little nervous, but I think if you're proud of what you do and you're honest about it, that like you don't really need confidence. You just need like respect for yourself, love for yourself. Like I think being a little nervous is always cool, but if you just know, if you know who you are, like if you're happy with yourself, I think that's the most important thing, and happy with what you're making. Um, then you don't need confidence. You just have like, I don't know, self love. So yeah, I know it's like super hippie, but it's not. It's very, very not that. Next question is, what advice do you have for a young artist? Just stay educated. Like, and I don't mean, I mean, it's great to stay in school and like finish high school and things like that. But I mean, just like even outside of all that, like learn about anything you're interested in. Just get really into it. Like, be passionate about it, and like that will feed your art. Like if you really want to be an artist, like I would say the most important thing is to spend time around other artists and learn about other artists from the past, and like think of them as like people that you can relate to, like put yourself on their level, because great artists, people that we respect and stuff in our lives, are at the end of the day people too, so like what's to stop you from like following that dream? Like you just have to do the work. Like that's the thing people don't like to hear about, like following your passions and stuff. It's still work, but the thing that drives you is the passion for like whatever it is you want to do. Like and like if you want to be a bus driver and you love driving a bus, and like then just that like that's not gonna be um you're gonna mind the work less. That's the thing. Is you're it's still gonna be hard, but you're not gonna like worry about it being hard. You're just gonna keep going, if that makes any sense. So that's my advice to anybody, young, old, whatever, is just like, yeah, follow your passion. So yeah, I hope that made sense. I'm sort of wacky, so um, I hope like I answered the questions correctly and all that stuff. So holla.